Ben Shapiro has officially generalized his defense for politicians who have done wrong things in the past. There have been a series of conservatives and neoliberals, mostly conservatives though, who have had dirt from their past exploited by the media. To name a few, the current Prime Minister of Canada, Justin Trudeau, has had a few pictures of him wearing blackface a few decades ago released by the media. Kavanaugh has had yet another accuser come forward. But I mean, as many of you guys know, conservatives don't admit to their wrongdoings. But anyways, that's beside the point. So Ben Shapiro wants to defend these individuals in general, and he especially wants to come to the defense of Justin Trudeau in this video. Take a look.
Right now, we live in an era in politics in which apology is considered a sin. If you say, I did something 20 years ago, but that's not me, we say, but you did it 20 years ago, didn't you? You're a bad person because you did it 20 years ago. And we're going to bring it up, and we're not going to let you explain it. We're not going to let you explain how you've transformed or why you now recognize that the thing you did 20 years ago was bad. This isn't a parole hearing. This is a public shaming, right? This is a Maoist struggle session. And we are going to bring up the thing you said in the past, and it doesn't matter if you have repented it. It doesn't matter if it embarrasses you. And it doesn't embarrass you just because it's public. It embarrasses you that you ever did that thing. And none of that matters. And so what you end up with is a political class in which everybody is encouraged to double down.
Jeez. So here's the thing, Ben. If the media exploits dirt from a politician, the future of their political career should not depend upon their ability to apologize. Politicians are elected by the people based on a trust that the constituents have for their representative, not just their present moral compass. There are many people that run for office. You can choose between a lot of different people. Every representative should be walking on eggshells when they make decisions. If the media uncovers dirt from a politician, that breaks trust. And it's like, well, might as well pick the next person who I trust more than this, person who broke my trust. That trust is no longer there, Ben. You can't talk your way out of trust. It doesn't matter if you apologize. You did something bad and you didn't share that with us. Now, conservatives, like Ben Shapiro, have taken this stance as a way of saying that if you do something wrong, then you are forever incapable to run for office. But that's not at all what we're saying. We're saying it's perfectly fine for someone to run for office having disclosed their wrongdoings from their past. Take, for example, Cenk Uygur. He was a Republican at one point, and he has done some questionable things in the past. Does that mean he shouldn't be able to own the largest progressive media platform? No, because that information is not hidden from us. Cenk Uygur is not pretending that he has always been a progressive. He shares regularly about his past mistakes. So if anyone finds dirt on Cenk Uygur, chances are that progressives that watch TYT already know about the dirt. The exploitation of Cenk Uygur's past does not break any trust because Cenk Uygur wasn't hiding his past from his audience. This is how Justin Trudeau and many individuals that apologize differ. The pictures that showed Trudeau wearing blackface were not revealed when he initially ran for office. This means that he ran on a fake campaign originally and presented himself as someone who he wasn't. That breaks trust. You can't apologize your way out of it, Ben. Jeez, I feel like I'm explaining to a 5-year-old how lying breaks trust, and that trust is something that takes time to reestablish. You'd think virtue signal master Ben Shapiro would know this simple concept, and he probably does, but he would do anything to come to the defense of conservatives and neoliberals. And this is just proof of that. Now, let me be clear. Let me clear something up, because I don't want my audience to think that Justin Trudeau's apology was pointless. I actually think that his apology shows that he is a compassionate person, and I like that, to be honest. Does that grant him a free pass here to be a politician where there are multiple different options, some of which contain people who I trust more? Not necessarily, but it makes him a decent human being, and this is what Ben Shapiro confounds. Again, I feel like I'm teaching a 5-year-old about lying, and maybe I am, but listen, Ben, if you lie about something, you should apologize for it. The trust will be hard to reestablish, but at least apologizing is the first step to reestablish trust and a sense of compassion for those wronged. If I find out some shady stuff about a close friend of mine, I'd have some trust issues with them. If they didn't apologize, then I wouldn't be their friend. I might think that they are indecent and incapable to care for others. I'm not going to be that person's friend. Now, if they apologized, this would allow for me to reestablish a great relationship again. Would I vote for them in a political position where they would have the ability to make executive actions that change the face of an entire society? Probably not, for obvious reasons. Someone needs to tell Ben Shapiro that his life mission to virtue signal the entire US is a giant joke because he doesn't understand the basics of morality that society has established for, like 10,000 years or so.